What's up, everybody? Welcome out to another exciting episode of Death Battle Cast. Hey, I'm hosting today. I'm Chad. If
Yeah.
you don't know, it's your first one. It's a weird time for you to join because Ben's traveling, but he'll be back tomorrow for Ballot Banter. But yeah, we have a very fun episode today that I'm very excited about. It's a battle of the steadfast steeds. Two
Look at your
famous
alliteration right there.
protagonists. Yeah, look at me go. I'm ready. I'm ready today, Sam.
Locked in.
We've got because we've got Yoshi versus Chocobo. These are the types of matchups that I get really excited about because like on paper you're like, haha, that's kind of stupid, and then you really get into it, and it gets crazy. So yeah, joining me today we have Liam, who will be representing Chocobo. Chocobo. I almost messed it up. Yes, so Liam's representing Chocobo, DJ is representing Yoshi, and Sam is here to be fun.
Sam's here to be fun. He's representing fun today.
And we
Because
made
we're
the
not fun.
asset
Bring the
with
Chocobo
4
costume?
cameras, so I'm here.
Yep. And then we have our episode of Death Battle, Ichigo versus Yusuke, airing this Sunday, which means we do have a little sneak peek for you. But also we did do like the announcement trailer, so like there's like a couple things, but like don't be like, my God, it's the rest of the fight. You just check your expectations, but there's some new stuff there.
Lily asking,
Before
just
you
out the
wreck
gate,
your expectations.
Lily asking what Chocobo. We're just doing like a comp of Chocobos in general, right? Because I
We'll-
know there
we'll
are
talk
gold
about
ones,
it.
red ones, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
We're
we
gonna
will
talk about what
Okay.
the fuck this being of darkness is. This fucking
I-
demon.
I can't wait to get into this because there's a lot, and I'm really interested to see if the chat digs it, and maybe we'll end up doing an episode of it someday. I see we've got some super chats already. So Sater says the best way to eat a chocobo? Question mark. All love. I mean, probably roasted, right? Rotisserie.
All at once.
I mean, I
All
think
at once.
I
Beak it all.
I don't think there's a bird that's not best fried. Maybe I've
Oh,
lived in
that's
the
a good
South
point.
too long, but a little fried chocobo leg. Although I will say, all the large birds kind of suck, so I doubt chocobo tastes that great.
Well, that's why you pair it. Okay, you do it like tender style, and then you get some
You
cane
pair it
sauce.
with a red.
Yeah, you get it with cane sauce. You know, like I feel like
No,
cane
yeah,
sauce
yeah,
can
yeah.
make anything taste good.
What kind of
fun
wine would you
fact-
pair with chocobo? What kind of wine do you drink with chicken? Like a white, right? Do you
I
drink
was
a
about to say
white?
probably
It just depends on how you've done it up,
right?
Yeah, Prino.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
like a nice
I mean,
Grigio.
if you
Ten-
want, maybe.
Ten Tails, who once again has
Yeah.
forgot there are other amounts of money with a $100 super chat, says, I know people are waiting for Yoshi's return, but I'm not sure I've ever heard this matchup before. Is there anything unique about this matchup? And yes, Ten Tails are doing their usual Ten Tails dono. Thank you, Ten Tails. Yes.
There are valiant steeds, and there are a lot of them.
Yeah.
and it gets much larger in scale than you'd think. I saw earlier Cody was like, what? These aren't reality warping anime characters. And it's like, well,
Oh. Oh.
Well,
see. And the Raptor saying, hey guys, is there any chance you may be able to come to a Canadian convention in the future? Oh yeah, I would love to. So I really wanted to come to VidCon this year because yes, we are going to VidCon. Look it up. It's in June. This year, but going to the US feels kind of risky right now. Just curious. Yeah, fair. That's
Yeah.
fair and valid. We've been to Con Bravo a couple times. And we're
Yeah.
super down to travel internationally. If a convention wants to fly us out and put us up, if it's an international one, we'll probably even waive our appearance fee. I don't know. We'll see. So because we'd love to go visit some of our international audience and we can say hey and thank you for watching. So yeah, tell your favorite convention to reach out to Death Battle and we might be there.
Especially in
And,
the
fun-
Vancouver area.
Yeah. Oh, Third Degree stealing Joe's normal
Yeah.
thing. Remind me when the next fireside chat is. It is
Next week on Wednesday.
next Wednesday.
The
And Gilbert
intention
keeps out.
is always to have it the Wednesday after the episode has come out. That's our intention for 2026.
And if it's the week after that, that means we didn't plan well.
yeah.
But usually the week after the episode. All right, cool. Let's get into it. Who wants to go first to start cracking open the egg, if you will? Of this,
I'll go
argument?
first because I feel like more people know about Yoshi than they do
Yeah.
about Chocobo, and y'all about to learn. All right, so Yoshi, one of the 7 star children. He was born as a star children to be destined with unimaginable power. Now you may think that's weird because it's like a Yoshi. He appeared in Super Mario World, and you kind of just hop on his back and sacrifice him to the cliff that you can't jump over because you're bad at video games. But Yoshi,
Can we
I was gonna correct you.
He?
They, he,
I mean, it's
What?
putting eggs
the
out.
main Yoshi,
I didn't.
the main Yoshi is
It-
a he.
Okay.
However,
I didn't know
they're
this.
mostly like genderless.
Yeah.
But yeah, the main Yoshi.
The
that we're
eggs are not
Oh.
reproductive. The eggs are their fecal matter. They're the
Man,
way that they
I'm learning
expel
shit
food that they
early
eat.
on Yoshi.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Sorry, continue, DJ.
Yeah, so the Yoshi is ridiculously skilled. Obviously its main ability is the flutter jump and its tongue, which is able to swallow mostly anything. There's some enemies that Yoshi can't swallow, but typically whenever he swallows an enemy, he retains their powers or stuffs it into an egg, which he can throw back at other people. However, since he is a Mario character, emphasis on a Mario character, he has a ton of items, fire flowers, ice flowers. He can utilize anything that Mario has utilized. He's within Mario 64 DS, and he has access to Power Stars. He's in Mario Kart Tour, which means he also has access to Grand Stars. If we're going a full composite, we can include the Rabbids game, where at the end he fought like a Universe Buster and like an evil version of Rosalina. There's a lot to Yoshi that. What we're gonna get into is that Yoshi is just a bit too versatile and a bit too unkillable for Chocobo to reasonably get a win over. Even with the stuff that I know Liam is going to bring up, I think Yoshi is still stronger.
Okay.
That's like
I
that's
just
the
love people like,
basic
wait,
deal.
what? In the chat, it's just like, yeah, I mean, Mario gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
But go ahead.
boy dinosaurs crapping out eggs. It gets weird for sure.
Why? Sam just right on this. All right.
The only thing ever.
Yep. All right,
That
Liam,
isn't a
tell us a
fish.
little bit about Chocobo.
Okay, so there's two ways that you can approach. Well, I think that like DJ brought up a full composite, so we can just kind of lean on that at the end.
Yep.
But there's
Mhm.
essentially two kinds of chocobos that we're discussing here. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a fucking yellow bird, no matter what. But the first is your standard steed chocobo that you find in Final Fantasy, the one that you ride, the one that can be used as a summon. They fight. You can use him as a summon against fucking Sephiroth, and he will do damage, like super crazy strong. The Choco Mog summon, which is just a Chocobo being ridden by a Moogle. The Moogle, by the way, no involvement whatsoever. He's just along for the ride. That Chocobo, like he summons, he attacks the enemy, and there's a 40% chance that he can stop fucking time for some reason. There's a move called Choco Comet where Chocobos can summon like fucking meteors that hit you. There's gold chocobos that can travel anywhere. There's in Final Fantasy 12, infamously, there's like one of the end game enemies is a level 99 red chocobo that just fucking is insanely difficult. All that is to say, regular chocobos do have a place in this fight. I think they are fun, and I would want to include them in some way. However, if you've seen the thumbnail, the chocobo that we're talking about is the protagonist from the Chocobo sub-series of Final Fantasy games, which is like a mystery dungeon kind of game. In the first game, he's called Poulet, which is French for chicken. And technically in each game, it's like a different character, but it's kind of like Link, where it's like, it's still the same guy, but just in a different setting. And he is fucking strong. Okay, so I'm just gonna call him Chocobo from now on. Chocobo is essentially a Final Fantasy protagonist, but a Chocobo. And the joke is that all of his attacks are way fucking more insane than anything you see in any of the other Final Fantasy games. Like they intentionally up the crazy, insane bullshit that he can do because he's so cute and cuddly. So first off, I just want to share you one of the hardest images I've ever seen in my life. Did you share Choco 1, Sam?
We're gonna have
Nope, not that one. We'll get to that one though.
This way. Yeah,
What?
My boy
let's go.
has got.
How do we make it faster?
He's got
got an
rocket
idea.
rollerblades.
Absolutely hard as fuck.
Why?
He's got the jet blades. This is for the racing sub games. I
guess that's not a jet; it's an exhaust. But still, yes, he's got engine roller skates. They run on
It's hard as hell.
like some sort of petrol. It's awesome.
Well, I'm just so because like okay, so the mechanics naturally of the Chocobo running fast and it being a
Yeah.
good speed is because it can run its legs really
He's like
fast.
Shadow.
Yeah,
He's
by
like Shadow
putting
the
wheels
Hedgehog.
on it,
Yes,
you've
yes, 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 yes,
completely
Chad.
reduced its ability to do that with the the
No,
engine power.
But you have the
this
really.
is
rockets.
this
It
is
just
this
makes them
is just
faster.
additive to that running.
Yeah.
If he was running with these on and they were also driving that rear wheel, it would just be additive speed.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't.
Just
Yes, it would. Chad,
I mean, if he knows,
you've done you
if
have
he
a
knows
lot of
the
time on
rollerblade
roller
is left,
skates in
left,
your
and right.
life, okay?
I know. I'm just saying. I know.
Just
I'm just
imagine
saying.
those wheels were powered. You would just be faster than you were before.
I only want to bring up one spell for right now. We'll get into his full list of spells, but this is just an introductory phase of the discussion.
Yes.
Can you bring up Chocobo 2 and 3,
Yeah.
Sam? So this is a spell. Just bring up 2 for now. This is a spell called La Fosse. And what he does, this is the enemy down here, is the little Grim Reaper guy. So he does this little sing song thing, and then he trips and falls. And then Choco 3, Sam. He shatters the planet.
I was not expecting that. I was expecting like an explosion or like a crater.
No,
but
no,
no,
no.
my God.
Chocobo goes
And to
crazy.
be clear, he didn't summon us. He didn't like play a tune. That was the planet busting song.
No, he tripped.
and fell and blunked his head on the ground and snapped the planet in half.
Not the craziest thing, by the way.
not the craziest thing. Choco 4, 5, and 6 will be the craziest thing, but we'll get to that a little bit later. Yeah. So just Chocobo's crazy. He's really strong.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I
we know
am not
Mario.
worried about anything the DJ said.
Okay. I mean, we
say
know
that.
Mario characters get up there. They get up there in scale. So
Oh,
like
for sure.
busting a
Oh,
planet.
Yeah, like
is-
obviously if we want to
but-
like get to that sort of power, even just above that, like obviously Yoshi, we covered this in Bowser vs. Eggman, but Yoshi like just specifically was able to punt like Raphael the Raven so hard that he turned into an entire constellation worth of stars. And that's
Yeah.
like just very casually with a single ground pound. So like tripping one ground pound, one has a bit more effort, but also the constellation is like 10,000 times more strong.
For sure,
than anything.
constellations are super crazy.
Uh,
They aren't galaxies, though.
well,
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit a
they
couple
are
super
galaxies.
chats real quick while we all contemplate the Earth shattering from a Chocobo tripping. Cody says, "Good luck with Death Battle competing with the Super Bowl." And also, does Yoshi get his Mario and Rabbids gun? I'm sure DJ will talk about that. But yeah, hey, we need your help. This is how not sports people we are. We scheduled the return of Death Battle, and then you guys told us, they were like, "Isn't that the Super Bowl?" And we're like, "Uh oh." So yeah, so do me a favor, watch it. When you're waiting for
Yeah.
the Super Bowl, when you're all dragged to like your family's like Super Bowl parties or whatever it is, put on Death Battle first.
The Broncos lost their AFC, so
Yes.
I don't care. I don't care about watching the Super Bowl this year.
There you go. Mega says Raptor is Canadian. I don't know what you're referencing. Third degree. I have a question. Oh, they're saving it for Fireside. Okay. And Chai says, "Are there any issues with the team about the closure of Adobe Animate?" Nope.
Ooh.
I don't think so.
Oh, any issues? Oh, but
Yeah.
I feel like that's a champion cast. I want to rant about Adobe.
Okay, great.
Yeah, please.
But yeah, we're good. Mega says they never played Final Fantasy. I think we have some questions here in a second. Riley says, "You know how good of a skater you're, Chad. I've seen Metal Gear Ben." Oh God. And then Gilded says, "I feel like it should be mentioned sooner rather than later, but Mario Wonder shows that Yoshi can use the Mario power-ups." Yeah, DJ mentioned that earlier. At least not like how Mario and Luigi do. But yeah. Night Ghost gave their one special membership. This one went to
I think Gilded
10th
gifted some up there,
Doctor-
top 2.
the 10th Doctor in the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Oh, Gilded had a gifted as well? Thank
Yeah,
you, Gilded.
it's
Oh,
the
to the
top.
5 from earlier? I
Yeah.
called it up. And then Janguin says, "Chocobos remind me of a native story." I love all the culture updates we get from Janguin. All right, Chocobos remind me of a native story I heard about a chicken who could dance with steps so powerful they could split open the ground and maybe sky. It inspired a dance that's still done today. Thank you, Janguin. That's awesome. I love
Strong
that.
chicken.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Back at it.
Where were we?
We're talking about
With,
like powers and
Planet
abilities
versus
and stuff.
stars.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we can. I mean, I guess if you want to take the floor, well, okay. So a couple things. I kind of want to just talk about how Yoshi counters Chocobo, but mainly, it was brought up in chat that Yoshi can utilize any power up, and yes, that is true in Mario Wonder. And one of the things that I would like to bring up is that also within Mario Wonder, the one ups are proven to be passive. So whenever you die in Mario Wonder, you like return as a spirit, and you have like about like 5 to 10 seconds to return to your body. Afterwards, your spirit kind of dies also if you fail to return to your body, and then you lose a one up. Now, this is interesting because within the Mario RPGs and like games where Yoshi is available, Yoshi does have access to these one ups. So not only is Chocobo going to have a hard time killing him physically, just being demonstrably weaker, which we'll get to like with Power Stars and Grand Stars within Galaxy.
Uh-huh.
Even if he does manage to kill him, he's going to also have to destroy his soul in order to permanently kill one up, in which case he's going to have to also deal with the other 98 in his arsenal.
The
So yeah,
other-
Chocobo can destroy souls. You fight ghost enemies in the Final
What?
Fantasy games,
Yeah.
and it works.
Of
You can fight
course,
like
of
Grim Reapers and
course.
kill them. So he could definitely kill. He could definitely kill souls. Um, Mario has a lot of items. That's a big advantage for Yoshi. In Final Fantasy 14, in the Chocobo
Mhm,
races, the Chocobos can prevent other Chocobos from using items. Like they have a magic spell that
mhm,
prevents item use. Um, so if we were fully
Interesting.
compositing,
mhm.
then Chocobo would have that ability and would be able to prevent him from popping those items.
But also, what
Um,
kind of items do they have in Chocobo racing?
I don't know.
Anything
Probably
relevant?
not as like
Probably like a
Just
rocket,
yeah,
you know, or
straight
yeah.
Well,
horse
yeah,
Yoshi can
steroids.
also
Like,
utilize power ups by using his tongue. So when he like swallows something that's like a useful power up within Wonder, he can utilize that power without having to like particularly
yeah.
like pop it in the same way because it's like a biological feature. So that probably wouldn't work in this as it'll probably work if he was like using a Mario Party item. Because I was gonna say he
Yeah.
also has if Chocobos had like materia, for instance. The plunder chest, for instance, could take away like all the equipment items that Chocobos have, and Final Fantasy characters rely a lot on equipment. So something like the plunder chest would really debilitate them. So that's something that Chocobo is going to have to immediately pop or be in a hell of a lot of danger.
mhm.
I do
um,
like the argument of like he can stop it from using it externally, but
Yeah,
internally, like
yeah.
right.
okay,
Um, let's talk about some of Chocobo's spells. Um,
yeah.
So you got the normal Final Fantasy
Mhm,
spells like Fire, Blizzard, Thunder, Arrow, Dim, which apparently in the Chocobo games is like Earth,
mhm,
Shine, which is like a holy light spell, Drain, which sucks an enemy's HP and gives it to the Chocobo, Sleep, which puts you to sleep, Mini, which
mhm,
shrinks you and allows you to be stepped on, Frog, which turns you into a frog, Confusion, which makes you confused and unable to like attack an opponent, Silence, which prevents you from using any magic, Haste, which speeds the Chocobo himself up, makes him faster. Remove, which literally removes his opponent from the battlefield and sends them somewhere we don't know. Um, Gravity, which like hits them with like a powerful gravity
mhm,
wave. We'll get to Graviga in a little bit. Meteorite summons meteors. Doom, which kills instantly an opponent. Flare hits you with a nuke. Bio poisons you. Slows you down. Those are all standard Final Fantasy spells. All of those would be
right.
super debilitating for Yoshi. But the big ones are the mega spells. So we talked about
Mhm,
LaFosse. We could talk about Phil and S. So Phil and S is Chocobo 4, 5, and 6, Sam.
Okay.
Um, so he
mhm,
summons a ball of energy, which starts to
mhm,
grow. It starts like the size of the enemy, and it grows to cover these
Hmm.
mountains. Then Chocobo 5, Sam.
Can't wait
Uh,
till it's like the size of the
bigger than the
universe.
planet.
Uh
Um, and then Chocobo 6, Sam. And then it
mhm.
destroys the galaxy.
huh.
Um,
What spell was this?
this is Phil and S.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Chocobo needs all this for a single power star feat. That's crazy.
Oh, we're gonna get to.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel it.
interested to see if anything in Mario, like the Mario franchise, comes close to what Chocobo scales to,
Uh,
Yeah,
because
we gotta hit it with
universe
the slow
stuff
roll. We want
is
to learn
not.
about all
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
interesting
We'll
things
build up.
along
We'll
the
build
way.
up.
yeah.
So then there's Warp, which is Chocobo 7 and 8, which sends you to the Columbo dimension. It's not actually the Columbo dimension. It's the void. So he puts you in this. That's 8. Could you do 7, Sam, please?
Yeah.
There you go. So he takes the piece of chunk of land that you're on. That little like dot there
They
is the
loved
enemy.
this one in the PlayStation era. They were like, we can
Oh
lift
yeah.
the whole thing.
Yeah.
and then Choco 8, it destroys you and sucks you into the void. Now the void is an actual place in Final Fantasy. It is the infinite dimension that is nothingness, like as opposed to
Right.
what is physically there, like the multiverse. This is like outside the multiverse, an infinite dimension of nothing. It sucks you in and destroys you entirely. So that's called that's warp or multi warp. There's Choco 9, Sam, which is where he summons the Grim Reaper, which is a Chocobo Grim Reaper, and instantly kills you by harvesting your soul. There's Graviga, Chocobo 10, Sam, which is this is a little weird. That orange thing is the enemy. So what it does is it summons a black hole that spatially stretches and tears you apart. Like it literally takes the 2D sprite and turns it so it's facing you, and it like fucks you and stretches you up. DJ, remind me when you get sucked into a black hole in Mario Galaxy, and Mario Galaxy 2 with Yoshi. What happens to Yoshi when he gets sucked into a black hole?
Yeah, he when he gets into a black hole, he dies. However, in
He
Mario
dies,
Party,
yeah.
there are a couple. In Mario Party, there are a couple black hole mini games where you're able to swim out of, and whenever they're sucked into it, they're fine even afterwards. So
That's true.
Yeah, they
completely
just
fine.
didn't get the
As a
gold.
star child,
to the
and
quest.
also as a star child, Bowser is another one of the star childs, and he was able to survive a black hole as well. So that sort of comparability is comparable to a star child like the main Yoshi. So, haha.
That's true.
Mayor
That's
Gary
true.
says he dies. Cool. How many lives left? Yeah, 98. Right.
Chocobo 11, Sam, which is where you get sucked
How many of
into a
these do you
singularity.
have?
This is holy. This is what actually looks like a white hole, which is the inverse of a black hole. It's like a singularity that spits out matter. You get sucked. You're in the center there. You're that little glowing thing. He can summon Bahamut. This is Chocobo 12 and 13, Sam. Or Bahamut shoots a laser at the planet, and then 13, Sam. This laser shoots out the other side of the planet. That horizon there is the Earth. And then my personal favorite is Chocobo 14, which is Typhon, where Typhon hits you with a laser and turns you into what I can only describe as a biblically accurate angel.
Designed by PlayStation, right? Like
Yeah, design like biblically accurate PlayStation angel. Yeah. So that's very, very powerful. He has other summons like Rama, Shiva, Ifrit, Titan, Sylph. Carbuncle makes him invincible. Unicorn, Odin is again instant death. Asura, Phoenix will revive Chocobo when he dies. He's also got Phoenix Downs.
Gilgamesh? Does he
Falak?
got Gilgamesh?
He scales to Gilgamesh from Final Fantasy 14, but we'll get to that later.
Of course,
You
yeah.
have
You brought
Falak.
Okay.
I think the Phoenix stuff's interesting, right? Because we've established
Yeah.
like Yoshi 99 lives plus he has ghost form, so if he gets back, it's not using a life or whatever.
Yeah.
So what's the situation here with the Phoenix stuff? So like you have to, I assume, like precast the spell, and then when you would have
Yeah, you
died,
Are
precast the
Phoenix
spell, and then when
Downs
you
canon?
die, you
Because
come
I know
back.
that's kind of like. I'm not sure if
Phoenix
Phoenix
Downs.
Downs are canon.
Yeah, I would argue they are.
I know 1-ups are canon, but I'm not sure if Phoenix Downs are. Like,
Phoenix
canon
Downs
within the-
are in some of the games.
Yeah.
Like somebody will get like be passed out, but yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if Phoenix
Yeah.
Downs will like bring you back from like
Actually being
molecular
dead.
annihilation.
Yeah.
They do bring you back from being dead. In some cases, it's
Okay.
like they're knocked out, but in other cases, it does bring you back from being dead.
Yeah.
Like death, they work on the spell death. If you're killed by death, which literally harvests your soul, you will be brought back by a Phoenix Down.
Gotcha. And how many Phoenix Downs do you think?
99. You can carry
Okay.
99 of all the items.
Got it.
Um,
Okay, so similar situation, but hold
Similar
on. Somebody
situation
has
to
to
Yoshi.
use a Phoenix Down on somebody. Like you can't just like I got a Phoenix Down in my pocket and then I'm dead and it brings you
That's
back.
true. It has to be consciously used or pre-used, like with Phoenix. you summon
Yeah.
Phoenix, and it sets you that status.
So it's
Um,
functionally useless, is what you're saying. Because one-ups are passive.
Well, the spell's useful because if
Yeah,
they cast the spell, whatever, like
yeah.
then they'll be
Yeah,
back.
the
But
spell
yeah,
is useful, but not the item, if that has to be done, like, consciously.
That's true. Although Yoshi doesn't have any items because Chocobo can prevent item use. And then you have
except for the
Phalak,
internal
which is a
ones, apparently.
summon. Yeah,
What?
except for eating them.
Yeah.
And you have Phalak, who is sent to the center of the sends you to the center of the earth, and then assaults you with a bunch of different hydras that hit you with every element. I just thought it was cool. In terms of Chocobo's items, he's Elixir, 99 of those, fully restores his HP and MP. Remedy removes all status effects. Invis, which turns you invisible. Amnesia, which gives you or your enemy amnesia. You can use it on yourself, and it like prevents you from knowing what. Like it changes the lettering on all of your text, on all of your items and equipment, so you don't know what it is.
That's
But
funny.
you can do it on opponents. So good luck using the plunder chest. He doesn't know what it is. Morph will turn you or your enemy into a random monster. He can blind Yoshi, poison him, silence him, prevent him from using spells, slow him down. One of my favorites is the level down nut, and that will level a monster down to a weaker version of himself. Like if you use it against a dark goblin, it'll turn it into a goblin. I don't know exactly what
Yoshi
that would
turns
do
into
to
a baby Yoshi.
It would turn him into a baby Yoshi, right?
Yeah,
Like,
baby Yoshi.
eating
But the thing is,
fruit.
that's really weird about Yoshis is that whenever you eat something as a baby Yoshi, you turn
Yeah.
to an adult again. So he has like heightened like adaptation. So like turning him into a baby Yoshi isn't going to last very long, but that is a very funny thing that could happen in the fight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
I
like,
mean,
you just start eating rocks. You know what I mean? And then, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it wouldn't last very long until Chocobo like murders him. And then you have Reflect card, which allows you to reflect any spells used against you, including like status effect spells.
Now a lot of
so
those
that could be another counter to Plunder
so this
Chest.
is kind of like a iffy thing. If you gave Yoshi, even though like he doesn't appear besides like a summon within the Mario RPG, there is the ribbon item which prevents like a majority of like the Final Fantasy status effects that are like present within like
Except
1
he's
through
not in
4.
Mario RPG.
Yeah,
yeah,
he is in Mario RPG, but he's not a
He
playable
does not
character.
use the ribbon item.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
not like a character
That's
that
why
you
I
can
said
play
it
as
was
in Mario
iffy.
RPG.
That's why I was saying it was iffy. But
Yeah.
another
It's
thing
not iffy.
is
It's
that
don't give him enough. No, that's not iffy at all. That's ridiculous.
However, in the at least in the first 3 Paper Mario games, I'm going to emphasize the first 2 Paper Mario games, namely Thousand Year Door. You are able to guard to block a majority of status effects. So stuff like Shrink, Grotus's Time Stop. A lot of those effects that are also present within RPGs, all Yoshi has to do is guard, and he has like an inherent resistance to those things. So that wouldn't necessarily work. And at least the first 3 Paper Mario games, they were meant to be Mario games, just told in the paper style. Like once you get to Sticker Star and beyond that, it's kind of its own continuity. But as far as like Miyamoto's intentions with the first 3 games, it's like canon Mario games, stuff that we used within the previous Death Battle.
Yeah, the
So
guarding against status effects is something that you can do in the Chocobo games. Like it's not like a press
Yeah.
guard to guard against it, but like not all the status effects. It's a gameplay mechanic. They don't always land there as
Yeah.
like a percentage chance. So the same thing applies to Chocobo, right? If you
Yeah.
would say like, oh, Yoshi could defend against some statuses, then Chocobo too. It evens out.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna tell you about how to defend against the status effect of poverty with our sponsor, Monarch.
No.
We are sponsored by Monarch today again, so huge shout out
Yeah.
to them. So it's beginning of the year. If you're like me, probably thinking about finances for this upcoming year, whether that's paying off debt, planning for a home purchase, or in my case, it's usually planning a summer vacation with the kids and stuff. Are you done with just tracking past spending? Do you want to get a tool that helps you plan, project, and proactively achieve that goal? Well, set yourself up for financial success this year. Monarch is the all-in-one personal finance tool designed to make your life easier. It brings your entire financial life, budgeting, accounts and investments, net worth, and future planning all together into one dashboard on your phone or laptop. And hey, we know sponsor about money sometimes can sound kind of scary, but here's the thing. You've heard Ben talk about it. I'm talking about it. Multiple members of our Death Battle production team have been using Monarch since way before they came in as a sponsor. It's
Even
actually one
me.
of the things when we went to our sales agency, we were like, hey, these are some of the brands we would love to work with because we love their product. And Monarch was on that list. So it's actually super awesome that not only have they decided to come on and sponsor the show, but they've done it continually. So make sure you use the code. So feel aware and in control of your finances this year and get 50% off your Monarch subscription with code DBC. Monarch shows you exactly where your money is going and helps you redirect it towards what matters most. With automated tracking and clear projections, you can see yourself actually getting closer to being debt-free or hitting that savings milestone. So set yourself up for financial success in 2026 with Monarch, the all-in-one tool that makes proactive money management simple all year long. Use code DBC at monarch.com for half off your first year. That's 50% off your first year at monarch.com with code DBC.
Yeah,
It's half off for a year.
I,
Try it. You'll love it.
I will just say I used Monarch I found a line of credit that was opened in my name by not me. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. And they helped me avoid what I can only assume would have been a pretty significant headache. So yeah, love Monarch. Very good stuff.
Absolutely. I really appreciate them coming back to sponsor us again.
Yeah.
All right. Let me hit some super chats real quick before we get back into it. And once again, while we contemplate the all the things that we have learned today. For example, Third Degree says the makers of Ratchet and Clank would be impressed with the double entendres in Chocobo's arsenal. I agree. Also, earlier we had a $50, sorry, $49.99.
$49.99, not
Yeah,
$50.
$49.99 super chat from Nikki. Thank you, Nikki. I love that you always price this like we're at a grocery store. But thank you for all the you don't need to give us and yet do. Lily says those Chocobo skates would have made the work to get Knights of the Round much easier. Third Degree says, screw the Super Bowl. Never watched football before, probably never will. This show's season finales are my Super Bowl. Hell yeah. I'd love to hear that. That's kind of our thoughts on Sunday. Well, because it works great for our posting time and it's the weekend and everything, but also we're like, it can be like nerd football for us. So glad that works out. Cody says Yoshi has the blue shell. It's true. We haven't really talked about that, but I mean, like, people survive the blue shell, right? It's just
yeah,
like,
you just get hit by it. It's even worse in
it's just annoying.
Mario Kart World. It's just annoying.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's just like, there was an explosion and I did a flip. Hold on, give me a moment. Okay, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
so maybe it's like a key moment to stop some spell or something very briefly. Bon says strong bird cross strong dino. Yep. Super Meunier, Mario characters can also disable power-ups in arcade GT. Got it. So, but I mean, like, Chocobos, like, they don't even bring up the items from the racing game, right? Because they're like not even relevant. So it's like I don't think that item stopping means spell stopping, right? Because the majority of Chocobo stuff is magic, right?
They learn those magics. Yeah.
Yeah. Cap Sirius Prime says in Mario Kart World, the lightning bolt is stated to destroy items in the game manual. So that's something Yoshi can use. I mean, again, I don't know if you're not like destroying spell. I mean,
Well, they are. Well, in at least I'm not sure about Mario Kart Arcade GT, but I do know that at least in Mario Kart World, they're just utilizing just regular Mario power-ups. They're hidden in item boxes, but it's still like a mushroom, a green shell, a fire flower. Like the fire flower is functionally the same in Mario Kart than it is like in regular gameplay, besides like the transformation aspect. But it shoots fire, so.
Gotcha. Mega Volcano. Okay.
Yeah.
Says allows you to be stepped on, but I always let women step on me. Thanks for sharing that with the class, bud.
You don't have to read them all, Chad. You can select.
I know, but you know, every time I'm like, I'm not gonna read that one. Ben's like, I'll do it.
Yep.
So you know what? I'm
Yes.
just in the spirit of that, I decided to read it for him. So Selena, so Chocobos are worse than Marlboros? Like the cigarettes?
No, they're the big. They mean the giant, like weird. I don't know what they're plant monsters. I guess they're like big balls with lots of little tentacle plant monsters.
Oh.
Yeah, not Cowboy Killer Marlboro Reds, which fine cigarette if you ask me. God,
that guy is one of the Mario Party feats count. We're kind of.
I do think that. Okay, really quick. I do think there's a couple things because there's a bunch of questions.
Yep.
I disagree. I think Mario Party is a game that they're all collectively agreeing to play, and there's like no one's in real danger. Nothing.
Well,
I don't.
Not at least
Yeah.
in Mario Party 2, like there's like actual story. It's not just like we all agreed to come together and play a game. Like there's games where like the plot is that Bowser's up to his own shenanigans.
Yeah.
Mario Party, am I thinking of 2 or 3? But there is a plot in one of the N64 games where like the star spirits are trying to like save the world of dreams, the Dream Depot, which is pretty strong if we want to get there to like that high of a cosmological tier. But
Or is
there
it
is
all
plot in
taking
Mario
part
Party
in a
games.
dream?
Well, dream worlds are like a thing in
Yeah, I
Mario.
know.
Like a big thing is like
Chocobo
dream
can jump into
team.
dreams and memories in one of the games. Like he
Yeah.
has an ability that he can like hop into your dreams. That's not really relevant to this, but I
You know,
just said
I
that
love
and
that
remembered it.
There's
he
been
seemingly has
multiple
everything.
questions about the Phoenix Downs too, them being canon. I think it is a thing where if somebody is not grievously wounded but incapacitated, if you use one on them within 90 seconds, it is like a perfect defibrillator. I don't.
Yeah, your
There's
soul's not
You
that far
can
gone yet.
you can
Like,
absolutely use them when you are dead. Like in some games it says KO, and in some you are fucking dead and it brings you
Yeah,
back
you
to
die.
life.
yes, but
Well,
I
Final
do
Fantasy
think
one
like-
is like the big one. Like you die. Like
Yeah.
the first Final Fantasy, you die if you get knocked
You're
out.
dead. Yeah.
I do think it needs to be
Lily
used
says-
quickly.
yeah, well, Lily says Phoenix Downs. Why didn't Aerith get one? Ha, 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 ha.
Grievously wounded. You have a hole
Yeah.
in your heart. Doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
So, and then Capseria says, I'd like to point out that Mario and Yoshi Kid can guard against time stops in what's TTYD by super guarding.
Thousand Year Door. I did
Yeah.
mention.
Oh,
that
yeah,
that
the
grows
Thousand Year
his
Door.
time stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think you needed a super guard. I think you could just regular guard that move.
George says, can we talk about the era of the internet where Mario and Luigi bullied the most famous Final Fantasy villain? Just keep that in mind.
Oh yeah, Sephiroth. Granted, Mario RPG, two Star Children fought Kulex in an extra outside dimension very similar to the Void. So you
Mhm.
know, comparable in power.
Gotcha. And
yeah,
then
that definitely sounds comparable.
yeah. And then finally, we have our a super chat from Night Ghost, which is always a fun adventure. It Yoshi go to break our eat boomstick car again?
Anyways, what else do
Yeah.
y'all got to say about this
Yes.
matchup?
Yes. Yes. All right. Yeah, back at it.
Or not.
Who's
We'll have
going?
dead
The
air.
big
That's
thing.
cool.
Yeah, yeah.
That's fine too. We'll just do that.
DJ, tell us about Rosalina scaling.
All right, so Rosalina scaling pretty easy. Mario 3D World scaling. Just generally speaking, Rosalina is playable. Rosalina has been playable for a long time in mainline Mario games. Mario Wonder is very much a recent one, though you can argue its canonicity. And at least in Mario Galaxy 2, Yoshi is a main kind of playable character. Is on par with Mario physically speaking, and with like a single Grand Star, like that's able to match the power of like destroying the universe, which Rosalina was able to remake. And while Yoshi is not like a main playable character, he is a major part of one of Bowser Jr.'s boss fights, the Mega Hammer one. So he does have access to at least one Grand Star in a main canon Mario game. So at the very least, at a universal level, could go higher if we bring up stuff like the Depot, Dream Depot, or the Dream Worlds in Dream Team. Though those two are not the same things. So
Elaborate.
okay, so the Dream Depot in Mario Party 3. So that's like the dreams of like all the denizens of the Mushroom Kingdom, what the Star Spirits are holding over. And then in the Dream World within Dream Team is the collective dream consciousness of all the Pillow citizens. So I guess the count is a little different, but the whole idea is that they're like worlds within dreams.
Okay.
But they're not the same thing.
Got it.
Let's talk about Final Fantasy 14. Okay.
Oh god, here we
So-
go. All right.
Okay, so there's a character in Final Fantasy 14 called Alpha, and he is the Chocobo series Chocobo, except he's not. He clearly is designed off of him. You're meant to play him and be like, is that the Chocobo series Chocobo? He is not. He is an artificial life form created by Omega, and Omega is a recurring character in the Final Fantasy series. He's usually an endgame super boss that you fight after you fight the main boss, and we'll talk about that. He's a big robot. And Omega created Alpha because Omega met the Chocobo series Chocobo. Like he met Poulet and got his fucking ass handed to him by him. Initially in Final Fantasy 14, he just mentions having met him and being like blown away by how powerful he was. In the Chocobo Dungeon remake, there is a boss fight where you fight Final Fantasy 14 Omega, and you kick his ass. and Omega was so blown away by how powerful Poulet, the little chocobo guy, was that he attempted to recreate him. He wanted to create. He was like, I don't understand how a fucking chocobo could be this strong. So he made Alpha as a way to like test him against other enemies. Alpha is not as strong. But what that would mean is that Poulet is comparable to Omega. I mean, he beats him, and thus comparable to the rest of the Final Fantasy XIV cast. For reference, Omega is a level 70 boss. He is specifically an endgame / post-game boss. He is insanely powerful. Much more powerful than one of the enemies in the game, or bosses in the game, Cloud of Darkness, who's only level 50. The Cloud of Darkness is a being that was going to destroy the entire universe, not just the main universe that they're in Final Fantasy XIV, but all of the universes in the multiverse and return them to the void. This is the same void as in Warp. It's a constant thing in Final Fantasy. So a literal like universe level deity, multiple universes. Also comparable to the boss Alexander, who is level 60. Again, less than Omega's level 70. Alexander was going to compress an infinite number of timelines into one timeline, and it was his effort of doing that was tearing their universe apart. He is an infinite timeline level fucking character.
Hold on. They're not like not like I cast a spell or something, or like use a great magic to this. Like physically, he was like tearing...
No, like magically.
Oh, okay.
Combine all of
magically.
That. Still an expression of his power.
Yeah. Okay, got it.
And then Omega is level 70. So Omega is stronger than them, and Omega, when he fought Poulet, was so blown away, like he could not conceive of how powerful fucking Poulet was. So Poulet is literally, the whole point of his character is that he's just a fucking chocobo, but he is somehow like universe to multiverse level. In terms of speed feats, there's a character in the game, in the Final Fantasy XIV ending, who does a spell that lights up the entire, like restores light to the entire universe, does it in 1 second. 1 second, that would be 1.4 quintillion times the speed of light. Chocobo Poulet would scale to all of that. He is insanely busted, especially if we count like Yoshi scaling to Rosalina, which I think is fine. Then Poulet absolutely scales to endgame Final Fantasy XIV characters like Cloud of Darkness and Alexander. He is universe level, multi-universe level to multiverse level, and massively, massively faster than light.
Not Weasley asked if I could put Fat Chocobo on screen, so I just put it there.
Fat Chocobo is the king of chocobos.
He's large.
Also, Sam, I sent you one last image. Could you share it? It's just Choco. I wanted to bring this back.
Oh, this goes so hard, Liam. One second. Let me just get this. Choco, where did it go? There it is. Let me just control.
You were looking right there. Multiverse level, massively faster than light character. I want to point out, I saw this image in the Discord. The one that I shared with you, I made. Apparently, like other people have recognized how hard this image goes and did a black and white parental advisory version of it. I did not use the one from the Discord.
That's incredible.
There you go.
Tomato says, I know it's not much compared to the other stuff, but there's a Mario Sport Mix game, Yoshi's in it, where you fight Behemoth with basketballs.
Yeah, like the Mario Sports Mix and the 3-on-3 hoops, like you do you do compete with Final Fantasy characters, but that's like a black mage, a ninja.
Beating a dragon.
I guess if you wanted to say like it's
a
a black mage from Final Fantasy 1,
yeah,
then you could complete some stuff, but I don't think so. That'd be funny.
Liam just dropping all his knowledge. Third Degree goes, I am so fucking tired of characters just casually scaling to infinity. Seriously, at this point, just screw scaling. The characters that beat these bosses should not be overpowered.
I mean, if you want to be technical, in Super Paper Mario, there is characters that state that the universes within the Mario series like expands infinitely outward, and like the Chaos Hearts were able to destroy like the Sammer's Kingdom, which would also be like an infinite scale. However, Yoshi does not get the pure hearts within Paper Mario or within Super Paper Mario,
agree.
You could argue that
Third Degree, we've like the shark was jumped 5 minutes.
Yeah, the shark was
episode.
jumped a long time.
The shark is definitely
so
jumped.
badly.
I think that with Poulet, that's the joke. Like that's the whole point. Like it's not like versus brain rot that makes him strong. The whole point is that he is just a regular chocobo, but can do all of this crazy bullshit.
Square thought it was funny to make.
They thought it was funny in the
A
90s.
chocobo
Yeah.
named
Yeah.
Chicken, the
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
absolute monster of the franchise. And so, yeah.
Right. And it's so wild because it's like usually a lot of times we'll come across things, a character where they did this accidentally, right? Because they were just writing some, thing, whatever things happen. This one is like very intentional. They're like, no,
Yes.
let's make it the stupid broken thing, and it's funny.
The point
So
of Poulet in Final Fantasy 14 is that like he's not even present. He's just mentioned. Like he's like it's like the joke behind him is like, I met this incredibly powerful warrior. He was so inconceivable. I need to see how he could do this, and it's the Chocobo. Like that's the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's not me like reading deep into the lore of anything. He explicitly scales to like he's explicitly meant to be an end game level kind of threat, and he does fight Omega, that version of Omega in the remake.
absolutely insane. I will say I am like the crazy multiversal like matchups and stuff are fun too, but also like man, I'm jonesing for like a good street level
Good like
fight.
yeah, so
Like
am I.
like,
Captain America versus Deathstroke.
right? Well, then
Like
yeah,
just two guys beating each other up.
yeah. There you go. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
the
Well,
thing is that like Yoshi could probably also be comparable to Wario, who like when he destroyed like the black jewel dimension, like everything like around him, like reality itself, like turned white, and Wario was just fine. So as a star child, you could argue that like the main Yoshi would be able to be like virtually unkillable in that same sort of like physical erasure.
you see
And then
Liam's
like
eyes narrowing as you speak.
yeah, he's like, oh my god,
Not
like
Chocobo's not like existence erasing him. He's just like beating him to death. like,
yeah, he can beat.
I'm
Yeah, he
not
can
talking.
beat him. Like at a high end, like yeah, we have like all these universal feats, but like at like a baseline level, a Yoshi is stronger than a Chocobo. Just like at a baseline, like Chocobo has to do all these great spells to do something that a Power Star can. He can create galaxies with the Power Stars. He has a lot of them in DS. One Grand Star is universe level, and he needs these scaling from Final Fantasy 14 to get it. And then if you want to include all that high end stuff, we can include Paper Mario. We can include Mario Party 5. We can include Dream Team, and then that would get him up at those same levels.
What the
So-
fuck do you mean he's stronger than Chocobo at base? You're scaling him to Rosalina for universe level stuff. That I think that's fine. But Yoshi
That's just with the Power Star and the Grand Star, though. What?
Yeah,
That's not
like,
scaling
via
for
scaling.
Powers.
Like I like the Power Star
Grand
doesn't.
Star.
When
That's
he uses
a
Power Star in
direct
the game,
Grand
he doesn't
Star.
like
The
blow
Grand
up
Star
the
universal
universe.
feat. That's a Grand Star.
I think that's
feat.
fine, by the way. I'm not
The
saying
Power
that Yoshi
Star-
isn't universe level, but you're
I'm-
saying like Chocobo
Right.
has to scale to universe level feats. I'm like, yeah, like Yoshi. What? That's not.
Yeah.
Not both of those
No.
are fine. He has to use
I have-
spells to have magic. Yeah,
have two-
that's how
two
Final
things.
Fantasy works.
He did not appear to be casting a spell when he tripped and broke the entire world in half.
No, that's a spell. It's
well, it was the spell from
initiated
it's
by
the
it.
song that did it, and him messing up the song.
No,
and
no, no.
falling?
It's he casts the spell LaFosse, which then creates that scenario, and then he trips and falls and breaks the thing. So it's in the gameplay, it's a spell, but within
And
the
again,
cutscene that
not a
plays,
Raphael the
plays that
Raven feat.
cutscene,
Not a
he just
Raph-
trips
It's
and
just a
falls.
planet. It's just a planet, not some stars. It's just a planet.
Okay.
Which is crazy to
Yeah,
say.
and then
that we're
Philinus
at-
destroys
yeah.
the galaxy, and then Cloud of Darkness like destroys the universe. Like I have no idea what you're talking. Like I have no idea what the argument here is. Like Yoshi blows up universes on his own. No, he doesn't. They
I mean-
both scale to it, which is fine. It's totally fine.
But Mike, we have not talked at all about the scenario of Yoshi eating Chocobo.
Oh, if he eats Chocobo, then you're just gonna trap him in an egg for a little bit. There's like certain things he can
Yeah,
digest. That's why I haven't
Just break
brought it
out.
up. Like weirdly, his least useful ability is his ability to eat things. Like it can like
Yeah.
probably like consume some spells, like some elemental stuff, but that's not really gonna do anything.
Yeah, it'll eat like a Blizzaga or something. Well,
Okay,
Blizzaga is a
alright.
blizzard, so it needs that, but like a fireball. Yeah.
And then he dies of the world's worst brain freeze.
All right. Well, so y'all start thinking about your final arguments, and we'll go ahead and fire off this sneak peek for the upcoming death battle. I said this at the beginning of the show, so if you're just tuning in now, just a heads up. We did the
Just a little
announcement
teaser.
video, so if you've seen that, like there's a little bit extra, but like it's mainly that. So like enjoy the little bit extra, but like don't be like, oh my god, it's the rest of the fight. Crazy. Just temper expectations, but here we go. Check it out. We're excited.
Valhalla. That's a demon. Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole! Reckless idiot! No match! Is that the best you can do?
Hey!
Hey.
Super excited. This
Hey.
Sunday, mark your calendars. There's no other large event going on that day
Nothing.
but Death Battle's return.
Like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna watch the Patriots win for the
Yeah.
50 billionth time? Like,
People here watch the Super Bowl. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. How many of you here are gonna watch the Super Bowl?
No.
That's
Yeah,
what I
right.
thought. You can answer for
Yeah.
yourself. That's what I thought.
And the tradition has returned. Super Money gifting out 5 gift memberships, and your boy Ghosty gifted out 5 memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all for keeping that tradition alive every time we show a sneak peek. So yeah, if you just got a membership, you can head over to the membership page on our YouTube channel and check out all the stuff that we do there. Mainly, we do a lot of like exclusive live streams for you. We have a ballot banter thing where we talk about your matchups and some fun other stuff. So go check that out. And then also, if you have Discord, we have a special Discord where if you want to talk about anything versus, that's the place to do it because they're always talking. So go ahead, you head to your Discord, and there's like a connections tab in settings, connect your YouTube channel, and then our channel should pop up. You can go join the Discord, and maybe you'll consider keeping your membership and supporting us. So thank you for the gift of memberships. We appreciate y'all. And yeah, okay, let's do this. All right, final arguments for the both of you, and then I'll get the poll up. Who wants to go?
I'll go with my final argument first. Yoshi, by most base metrics, is stronger than the average Chocobo. Once you get to Puglia, it evens out. On that hand, Yoshi has a lot of resistances just inherently to majority of Chocobo's kit. He is damn near unkillable by Chocobo's arsenal, besides like the soul stuff. Scaling to other star children, you could argue with a level of hacks and resistance that the Chocobo cannot withstand, such as the Black Jewel destroying basically all of the reality with Wario still standing still. Mario characters just in general scale to a galaxy universal tier just by fighting. And this is on top of all the permutations and power-ups that Yoshi has. Therefore, Yoshi would be able to stall out and kill a Chocobo very, very easily. He can eat him up and goggle them up. And that's it.
Chocobo's gonna choke, is what you're saying? We'll
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, just as Yoshi's
Uh,
gonna win, he took down a vicious genetic raptor in the shortest fight in Death Battle history. Hey,
Is
look,
it
we
really
were
the
doing
shortest
what we
fight?
could.
Yeah.
All right, Liam. Chicken time.
Pule is a beast. The entire point of his character is that he is one of the strongest Final Fantasy protagonists, and he is a fucking chicken. He has a wider variety of spells that he can use against Yoshi, and he is significantly more powerful. He scales to universe level stuff and like literally multiverse level stuff. Like the highest, he is a post end game Final Fantasy 14 boss who is so strong you just barely hear about him. He's too strong for you. Like that's the whole point of him in that. He is a joke. He is super crazy powerful. Yoshi, even at the best of Mario scaling, is not is simply not capable of fighting him. If you want to apply any sort of rigor or nitpickiness to any of Pule's feats, then the same goes for Yoshi. And Pule is always going to end up stronger.
However,
this is
Liam,
one.
he could just super guard and take no damage. And that's it.
From
Okay.
the multiversal cataclysm
Yeah,
spell,
just super
and then
guard.
he's just like,
Just super guard.
I can
Just
super guard
super
an attack
guard.
stronger, 10
Just
levels
parry.
stronger than compressing infinite timelines
Just,
into
just
themselves.
super
Dude,
guard.
that'd be
Just
me.
Super
just
guard.
that's like me
Yeah.
grabbing a third strike character and be like, well, technically you can parry anything, like.
Also, I just want to say, DJ interrupted my fucking pun. I was gonna say this is just another quest that Chocobo is going to succeed at. I didn't really finish. I didn't think of an ending for it, but quest, get it? Because they go
It's
quack.
something
That's the
there.
Chocobo
You're
sound.
like,
Perfect.
but
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
something. Quack.
it's not enough. There is
Listen.
something there. It's just not enough. Liam.
All right. Thanks, Third Degree, again for the super chat. We look forward to checking out whatever it is on Fireside. Which reminder, Fireside next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central. Okay, cool. We've got the poll. All right, here we go. I'm gonna end it.
closer than I thought it'd be.
It is. It says who is Yoshi with 55%. Chocobo 45.
Chocobo is the only one ever brave enough to put what seems like a small motorbike engine on the back of his roller blades, and I think we need to acknowledge that really he's the underdog here, and the fact that it got this close it's a hero's game.
Right?
Yeah,
like all
it's
these.
yeah, that's very close. I think Liam did a
Yeah.
great job.
for sure.
I definitely.
For the record, Chocobo is cooking Yoshi.
Yeah, we literally talked about this. We flipped a coin where DJ was like, well, Chocobo obviously fucking wins. So we like flipped a coin and we got it, and I won. And they were like, Liam, what do you want to do? And I said, Chocobo. I didn't know fucking anything about Chocobo. I just went Chocobo. I thought for a second after I did it, I thought you might have been tricking me. I was like, did DJ like say that
Mind
to make me
game
pick the weaker character? And then I did research on it, and I was like, he did not trick me.
That's absolutely insane. The scale. Like I don't know. This could be a really fun fight to do. Like, and you know, we might find some new stuff. When we really
I'd love
dig
to do
into
this one.
everything.
Yeah,
Like-
this is cool. I really like this one.
This is one of those ones that I think the thumbnail alone just sells it. You know, like you see that and you're just like, well, I gotta
I
know.
have to. How the fuck strong is Chocobo?
Right? I mean, that was my
turns out-
reaction too. It was like Yoshi
I played
absolutely
so many of
stomped
the Chocobo tales, like as a games as a kid. I wanted to talk about it, but then I lost the coin toss. So you know, it's fine.
it.
I do feel
Great.
like
All right.
that's the title for the preview. Is Chocobo the strongest Final Fantasy protagonist ever? Would
Yeah,
be
the answer is
that
yes.
title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a good title.
Yeah, he is.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, the argument essentially here is can Yoshi solo all of Final Fantasy?
Yeah, basically.
The majority.
Yeah.
I'm not sure he can beat Chocobo, but that's like I still think it's fairly close. Like regardless, there's a lot to talk about. So I'd
Yeah,
love to
it's
do
not
this
like a
sometime.
horrible stop because Yoshi does have this universe level scaling and stuff.
Well, that was super fun. Great job, everybody. We do have a hey, for the people who just got gifted a membership, we do have a champions cast that we do right after cast where we sometimes we talk about the episode we just did, sometimes we talk about something completely random. I think DJ wants to yell about Adobe. So yeah, stay tuned. You will be redirected, and if you're a champion, which is a member of the YouTube channel, then you can check it out. So we hope to see you there. Hope you guys had a good one. I enjoyed this episode, and I want to talk more about it. I would love to do this episode personally, but we'll see. All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Appreciate y'all. We'll see you in the next one.
See you.
Okay, we're coming back to play. We're coming back to play the thing one more time. Okay.
That's a hollow. That's a demon. Hell yeah! Bring it on, asshole! Reckless idiot! No match! Is that the best you can do?